for a singles match with him tonight?
I've been preparing for my match with Joe ever since I studied Joe before I even came to this company. He's one of the standard bearers of this company. He's one of the reasons why this company is what it is. I know everything about Joe as a wrestler. I know everything about his offense, about the fact that he's a Samoan submission machine. But we became one of the greatest tag teams we've ever had here because I know everything about Joe. He knows everything about me. So it's going to be pretty interesting. But here's the thing. I don't just know Joe the wrestler. I know Joe the man. And if you can get in the man's head, you can defeat the machine. Watch tonight.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is a Bound for Glory Series match. Introducing first from the Isle of Samoa, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
Neither Magnus nor Samoa Joe fortunate enough to pick up the big 20 points at stake in the hardcore matches on Sunday. But Samoa Joe remains in a very strong position. 54 points now in third place and has 3 more matches, including tonight, to pick up points.
Yeah, definitely Joe looking real good right now in this BFG series. To your point, Mike, I like Joe's chances.
And his opponent from Kingsland, England, Magnus!
Interesting pre-match comments from Magnus, especially as they pertain to the partnership with Samoa Joe. In terms of the series, Magnus currently in 10th place, 28 points, and the arrogant Brit. He's got a lot of ground to make up and not much time.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, listen, the thing with Magnus is obviously can go in between those ropes. I mean, an excellent athlete, big, young, athletic, tough kid. But I gotta respectfully disagree with Magnus. Sure, I was a fan of both these two men as they went on and became tag team champions and the way they worked as a cohesive unit. But earlier, we just heard Magnus say, hey, I know Samoa Joe the man. I'm gonna get inside of his head. I don't know about that, Mike. I know Samoa Joe very well, too, so I think. Joe is a very guarded man. It's tough to get inside of his head.
Well, you can see here the quickness of Magnus, one step ahead, and I think that comes from knowing Joe so well. Roll-up attempt, gives him just a one count as Joe's going to go submission, and this has been his strategy throughout the Bound for Glory series.
Couldn't reach the head, though. Had the arm barred, could not reach across to get the head. Joe, that's exactly right, was that close to getting that tight submission, which would have got Joe 10 points in this Bound for Glory series if Magnus would have tapped out.
Our TNA president, Dixie Carter, always breaking the latest news on Twitter. Follow her now at TNA Dixie. Also, check out the exclusive Backstage Pass access on Facebook. It's information you cannot get anywhere else.
Oh, wow. Hello, forearm. I mean, what a shot right there by Joe. Just lit up Magnus. Now those quick, stinging jabs. Ooh, talk about a shot. Magnus, there's not many men that can take Joe off his feet that quick, Mike.
It's going to be interesting to see if the competitors might vary their strategy because they do know each other so well. Come up with something different.
And Magnus right there went a little bit early for that backdrop, and Joe caught him. Oh!
Powerful clothesline leads to the cover in the 2 count. In terms of the game plan of Samoa Joe, the submission strategy has been very important in picking up the points. He's got 6 wins overall in the Bound for Glory series, and 4 of the 6 he picked up 10 points, and the power game from Magnus.
Excellent job right there by Magnus. Can he get him?
Drives him down, hooks the far leg, and Joe still has life.
I mean, definitely Magnus showing a ton of power, but you got to keep your cool, Magnus. Don't lose it now. Stay in the zone. You got Joe right where you need him and want him.
Early on tonight here on Impact Wrestling, we have already heard from the gang known as Aces and Eights. Oh, they said their presence is going to be felt. More threats. We have been warned.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Aces and Eights, we've seen it for weeks and weeks now here on Impact Wrestling. It's a dangerous group. You never know when they're going to attack. Joe was going for that muscle buster. Magnus, excellent counter, Mike.
Caught him with a series of strikes, the knees, but then goes high risk out of the corner, and Joe able to move away, avoid the contact. Whoa!
Oh, man. is that intensity that Joe is world famous for.
A dazed Magnus gets up to his feet, and Joe locks in the Coquina clutch. There it is. The rear naked choke is applied.
Yeah, Magnus trying to attack that grip, try and get off. Oh, watch out here. Watch out.
Nice kickoff by Magnus out of the corner. But then Joe rolls through. Cradle. Magnus shoulders down. 3 count. Joe wins.
Your winner, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
Hey, a submission win with 10 is awesome, but a pinfall win with 7, not too shabby.
And as you see, 61 points overall for Samoa Joe. And with that victory, Samoa Joe leapfrogs RVD with the win, moves into 2nd place in the Bound for Glory series in this matchup of the former World Tag Team Champion partners.
Well, you see right there, Magnus just not happy. I don't know if he's just not happy with Joe, not happy with himself. Was able to get caught with that pin there by Joe. You know, I think that Magnus was so guarded from getting submitted by Joe. He never expected to get rolled up like that by Samoa Joe.
Joe gains the victory.
Whoa, look at this. Whoa.
Oh!
Wow, look how Magnus, Joe tried to, well, he blocked it with his arm, and it got drilled with that steel chair. Magnus snapped it.
And earlier we saw that Samoa Joe even offered the handshake in a sign of mutual respect. And speaking of zero respect, that's what Magnus gives Samoa Joe, the shot with the chair.
You know, this past Sunday, one of the greatest injustices in all of professional wrestling ever was solved. I haven't been Knockouts champion in almost a year and a half. And Sunday, I beat Miss Tessmacher clean in the middle of the ring, all by myself, no help needed, because I'm the greatest women's champion. What? I'm trying to do an interview right now.
Brooke Hogan wants to see you in the ring.
Oh, well, this must be my championship celebration. I hope that she got the memo. I like chocolate cake. Okay, thanks.
For you.
The ring, your knockout champion, Madison Rayne.
This past Sunday at Hardcore Justice, Madison Rayne regained that Knockouts championship. Some would say thanks to referee Earl Hebner, and now the new Knockout champ is under the impression that there's a party underway, a championship celebration.
I think that'd be great if there's a party. Hopefully Madison's right. I mean, you don't think Madison deserves a party? I
wouldn't say that.
What, you're a party pooper, Mike? I mean, don't you like a party, for God's sake?
Maybe in reference Earl Hebner's involvement on Sunday.
Well, you thought wrong. I like a party. I hope there is a party. You apparently don't like parties. And I'm not surprised. I'm appalled, actually. Huh.
Thank you. As you guys just saw, Brooke Hogan has made a special request to see me. Obviously, she understands what an important moment this is. The Queen has regained her throne. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your knockout champion.
Get the girl some chocolate cake.
So, tonight, thanks to my girl Brooke, we're gonna party. And I really hope she's bringing cake. But, first things first. Behind every strong woman stands a great referee. And I wouldn't be here in this moment right now without the man who stood behind me every step of the way. So to make this moment absolutely perfect, Earl, I see you over there. Come on in here and join me. I've got something very special for you, big guy.
Big guy.
There he is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
wind. Like a cough.
Get in here, you big handsome man. Come here. Oh, be careful. Come here, Earl.
Well, she said she likes chocolate cake. She better get used to Jell-O if she's with someone at Earl's age, you know what I mean?
Say what you want, I'm coming through.
Hey, it's great to have the executive in charge of the Knockouts back on Impact Wrestling Live. Brooke Hogan in the Impact Zone.
Whoa. Madison. This is exactly the kind of behavior I was talking about. Earl, I've known you my whole life. You can't admit that there's been a little bit of some shady stuff going on here? No? Well, to make sure, just in case, that you keep your integrity around here, you're not going to be reffing any more of my Knockouts matches anymore, okay? And Madison, as you know, tonight is a very, very special night.
And I have my party.
Brooke Tessmacher has her rematch against you tonight. And because it's such a special, special night, I'm bringing in a very, very special referee. And you will meet her later on tonight.
You know what, Brooke? I don't know who you think you are. You don't run this show. I do. I'm wearing the crown jewel right now. I'm the Knockouts champion. You're just riding off the Hogan name, and in typical Hogan fashion, you're all talk and no action. You want to come in here and you want to turn the Knockouts division around and make all these changes? Come on in here to my ring and tell me about those changes. Come on, Hogan. You're a big bad Hogan. Come make the changes.
I can do that.
Whoa. Oh, boy.
All talk, no action? I don't think so. It's on.
Get in here. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Get in here. I'm a Hogan. I don't go anywhere.
Well, good for Brooke Hogan, but Madison running.
When we find out. Oh my God. What the hell's going on here? Aces and eights have arrived. Brooke Hogan's in jeopardy.
Oh, my God.
We need some help
here.
We need some help out here for Brooke.
Get somebody out here.
And thank God, the Impact Wrestling roster stands united against Aces and Eights.
For years, I wrestled with trying to find the right insurance company for my vehicle.
As we're back live in the Impact Zone, this is the scary situation for Brooke Hogan that went down just moments ago.
Well, Brooke Hogan was trapped. She was going after Madison Rayne. Madison left, and she was trapped by Aces and Eights. And then, thank God, the locker room unites here. And Aces and Eights, they run off like cowards.
Aces and Eights, we learned a whole lot tonight about your character. Your character is down.